Francie awoke, surrounded by Stevie's blood.
What?
John's eyes couldn't move as much as his sullen thoughts, as he wondered just how he even got to this point.
I remember when all our lives there was a huge house in Germany.
I was your caretaker, correct?
Yeah. How did that happen to you anyway?
Well, it all stems back to my time in the war.
How so?
You see, when I was 27, I married a gentleman named Jack Edmonds. He was a colonel at the time. When the war broke out, I followed him to the barracks.
Was that even legal?
I was rather able-bodied. I might have even been stronger than Jack.
What was your maiden name?
I didn't have one. I'm an orphan.
An orphan falls in love with a military colonel. What a story.
I didn't fall in love with him. I hadn't eaten in 3 whole days, and he offered to fix that.
I get that. When I ran away, I stowed away on a flight to New York. I snuck into school and danced on the streets in order to get tips.
The idea of you dancing sounds utterly hilarious.
Yeah, it was. And then Stevie was sent there with a fat sum of cash by his dad, Joshua. I can still remember his words.
Come on, cuz. You can stay in.
Nah, man. I just can't.
Please? You won't have to salsa dance anymore.
It was a salsa?
The memories are tragic.
My life at the time was great, until we began to invade the South. My husband grew insane and began to suffer typhoid fever. Coincidentally, I kept an anti-witch manual from the 17th century. Luckily, it contained more spells than measures against him, and so I attempted to save both me and my husband by preserving both of our souls as humanoid demons. When I placed him in the circle, he had already passed.
How did you meet my dad?
A few years after you were born, your father passed by where I trapped myself. He liberated me, and I became his servant. He was a great man.
Yeah, with bad taste in women.
Your mother loved you.
Yet she attempted to kill you.
It was out of mercy.
How naive. We all have our reasons for killing our blood. But here's the one and only truth. We want grandfather's money, and we don't care how we get it.
Don't include yourself in that.
Sorry, Francia. I really am. But I'm afraid there's one member of my blood that stands between me and that cash.
No.
I can't let anyone else get their hands on it. It must be destroyed. And so must the people it created.